What a feature two movies here. Now, of course, this past week it was announced that Marvel and Disney Plus is gearing up to do a live action series of Wonder Man. Now one question that has gonna be remain: who should play Wonder Man? Who you think they'll probably cast and everything? So I decided to do my list of top 10 actors that I would love to see play the role of Wonder Man on screen for the Disney Plus series. Now, because most of these actors already have TV gigs right now, definitely probably won't happen or anything. But hey, one could dream, I guess. But here are my top 10 picks. Now, believe it or not, Nathan Fillion is not on my list. I know he is in lots of people's lists. I love Nathan Fillion. Don't get me wrong. But fact of the matter is, his attempt. I, I don't want to go to it be like ageism and stuff. Nathan Fillion is taboo. I mean, if they go with someone for Wonder Woman, I'm pretty sure it'll be someone in their 40s or maybe even like under 50. To be honest, just start off like a franchise. I mean, it could always be a possibility that Nathan Fillion will get cast. And if he is, I'm definitely down for it. But to be honest, I really don't think that's the direction they're going to go with this. So that's kind of why Nathan Fillion's not on my list. All right. But here are the top 10 actors who are. Now, granted, none of these actors will probably get cast, but it's always fun to speculate. Anyway, number 10, I'm going to go with Jim Sturgis. Now, Jim Sturgis is really a British actor that I've been a fan for a while. I mean, he hasn't always been the best stuff, but he has been some really interesting stuff I enjoyed. Like he was in that Beatles musical Across the Universe. He was in that Kevin Spacey film 21. Oh, let me post some of his other credits. Let's see. He was also in that really underrated AMC show that hardly no one saw called Feed the Beast. He was great in that. He was in London Fields, which wasn't so good. He was in Geostorm, which wasn't so good either. Cloud Atlas wasn't so good, but he is a really cool actor, and I think his physicality would be good. I mean, he was actually originally one of the front runners to play Batman, but of course he lost that. I believe he lost that to either Ben Affleck or yeah, I think it was Ben Affleck when he was like auditioning for Batman. So yeah, he already, and I believe he was also on the short list for actors to play Star Lord as well. So he has been on Watch Five for comic roles for a while. So I think it's time for Sturgis to finally get a comic book role here, and I think Wonder Man is an interesting choice for him. All right, number 9, I'm going to go with Troy Byers. Now, I know lots of people being like, "Wait, why are you choosing a person of color?" I could totally see like I'm not gonna choose only just white guys because I could totally see them actually casting a person of color, which I think will be interesting there. And Troy Byers, of course, he's not really that much of a household name, but he is best known for playing the character of Andre on the show Empire. He's been in stuff here and there as well. It'll be cool seeing him get a comic book gig. I mean, since Empire ended and everything, and he's literally probably one of the only few stars of Empire who hasn't gotten in trouble. A la Justice Smollett, and also I'm glad like it'll be cool to see him get a big role like this. And I mean, I think he'll be a good fit as Wonder Man. All right, number 8, I'm gonna go with Ken Lutz. Now he hasn't really proven himself to be all that great. I mean, of course, he is best known for Twilight fame. He did play Hercules in that god awful Hercules movie from 2014. His other credits has been very odd lately. I believe he's also on FBI, if I'm not mistaken, on one of the FBI shows. So he already does have a TV gig, so that probably cuts him out from this part. He's also done stuff like Extraction. He was even in Tarzan, Nightmare on Elm Street. So he's had some myth art, but he is a really muscular, buff guy that I think could probably, and he proves it how he could do with action roles. And come on, the Lich while act should play comic role. Come on, that will be interesting. So yeah, I mean, Ken West might not be the greatest choice, but I think he has like some physicality to play the role of Wonder Man. I mean, I have seen him on FBI, and I think he's pretty good on that show. So we'll see if he actually gets cast here. But anyway, all right. Number seven, since his show recently ended, I'm gonna go with Justin Hartley. Now, of course, he is best known for the show This Is Us, and he did play Aquaman one time on TV. And I think it's finally time for him to get a new comic role here. And I think Wonder Man is a really cool comic role for him to play. You know, of course, like I said, you know, like I said, since This Is Us just ended, I believe he does have another TV gig, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's either him or Bob have to admit one of the show don't have a new TV gig. But I think Justin Harley could be interesting. I mean, he definitely has a physicality, definitely has looks for Wonder Man. He's also been in some other stuff too. Like, he was of course in Smallville, where yes, of course he played Arthur Curry. Bad Moms Christmas, Little. He was even in Injustice, The Hunt. So he has some other interesting roles on his credit, and he has some cool action roles here. So I don't know. I think Wonder Man is an interesting role for him here. All right, number six. I can never really pronounce his name, but it's Michael Huseman. Now, of course, he is best known for Game of Thrones fame. Now, a couple of actors of Game of Thrones has got into the Marvel Cinematic Universe recent. Most recent, Kid Harington, Richard Madden was just in Eternals. Peter Dinklage was in Adventures of Infinity War. So lots of Game of Thrones former actors have been part of the MCU in recent years. And of course, Huseman is also best known for that show, The Flight Attendant, which, according to Gotcha Big Bang Theory girl, Kaylee Cuoco, looks like that show's probably not gonna get a second, third season. So looks like his play is looks like his play is like he his schedule is pretty much free at this moment. So I think and he's also had some other interesting roles like Age of Adeline. Let me post some of his credits. The Ottoman Lieutenant, The Haunting of Hill House, Red Sea Diving. So yeah, it would be pretty cool to see Hughesman finally get a comic gig, and I think Wonder Man is an interesting role. He definitely has a physicality. He definitely has the action experience. He definitely, of course, has a look. So maybe one, if not Wonder Man, it would be cool seeing him in some sort of comic role, whether it's like a DC film, Marvel, or etc. All right, number five, I'm gonna go with Derek Wilson. Now, he of course actually did appear in a comic book film not so long ago. He was in Birds of Prey just a couple years ago, but of course he was also in that show Future Man on Hulu, which I really quite enjoyed. Sad they got rid of that show so far. Of course, he was also on Preacher, which is another comic book TV adaptation. And he definitely has a physicality for a role like Wonder Man. He definitely has looks for it. Has some of the cool action experiences that we saw in Future Man and even Preacher. So yeah, I think Wonder Man is an interesting role for him. All right, number four is definitely one that is probably not that will definitely not be happening because he already has a TV gig, and that is Alan Richardson. Uh, Now, of course, he is best known for Reacher fame. Uh, of course, he was just at Titans. But like I said, Reacher, got picked up for a second season, and I could totally see that show lasting a little longer, like maybe lasting to I don't know 4 or 5 seasons. So, and this is gonna be a TV show; it's not a movie. So, yeah, I mean, Alan Richardson definitely has a physicality. Like this dude is. Let me just say, this dude is buff. All right, he definitely knows how to work out here. He definitely has the action experience here. He is pretty much about the same height. I believe he's actually the same height as Wonder Man. I'm not 100% sure Wonder Man's height or anything, but definitely has that same height. Of course, we've seen him do great action and stuff like Reacher, like in the Hunger Games movies, Titans. So I believe he was also on Legends Tomorrow, was he? Uh, yeah, but to be honest, I could totally see him as Wonder Man. So that's kind of why he's in my list, despite him definitely not getting this role. Because in order to get this role, he'll Rachel will probably have to, and that show did pretty well in its um during the Nielsen race. So I don't think they're gonna he's gonna end that show just before, just to get new comic book geek here. All right. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Glenn Powell. Now, of course, Glenn Powell was just seen in Top Gun Maverick. I think it's finally time for him to get a comic book role, and I think Wonder Man is an interesting choice for him. Now, I've actually saw Glenn Powell in person one time on the set of what was that Netflix movie he did with Zoe Deutsch? Set It Off, Set It Up, I think was called. And I can tell you just up front, that dude is tall. Like, holy cow, he's literally almost taller than me. I'm like, and he's definitely like, I think this guy should definitely get a comic book role. I mean, I've seen Glenn Powell pop up in other stuff, like he was on Scream Queens, which I know he was really good in. He still lots of scenes in Top Gun Maverick. I just loved him in that. Set It Up, he was great in Hidden Figures. He already had a comic book experience because he was in Dark Knight Rises. He was in Everybody Wants Some, which is terrific. He's in that new movie Devotion, which of course has Kay the Conqueror, believe it or not. So yeah, I think him as Wonder Man and pretty much being one of the leads of the MC could definitely work. I could totally even see him have like a chemistry with Elizabeth Olsen, because if you guys remember in the comics, Wonder Man and Scarlet Witch sort of dated, so I could totally see that relationship happening. So I don't know, I think Glenn Powell would definitely be a perfect choice, and frankly, I think he should be in a comic book just in general, because the guy has the looks for it. He has his heightness is perfect for it. Definitely would be cool to see him in a comic role. All right, number 2, definitely not going to happen because he already has a TV show, but it's fun to just speculate. Number 2, I'm going to go with Tom Hopper. Now, Tom Hopper is of course best known for that show Umbrella Academy, which of course it does have its third season premiering, I believe, this week. And this dude is tall, and he definitely has the physicality. I mean, I could totally see him leading an MCU film or an MC property like Wonder Man. But to be honest, if he does star Wonder Man, that would probably mean he'll have to maybe exit out of the Umbrella Academy, which that show is very popular. So I really don't think he'll do unless somehow they just kill him off or something. I mean, he is really good on Umbrella Academy. I mean, his character as Luther Hargreaves, I always forget his character's name. He is so good on that show. So I don't know if he should probably leave that show for this, but hey, I think he'll be a perfect fit because of how physicality he could be. I could totally see him be a part of the MCU. So, and he's also in some other cool stuff too, like Black Sails. He was just in the recent Resident Evil film, which was pretty terrible. I Feel Pretty he was in. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So, of course, also Game of Thrones, another Game of Thrones actor. So, yeah. But like I said, he's already with the Umbrella Academy, so I really don't see him leaving Umbrella Academy for Wonder Man. Because who knows if how great Wonder Man will even be? Like that thing could just come out and it just flop, and then I guess back to Umbrella Academy goes, but still. All right, my number 1 pick for Wonder Man is actually Luke Bracey. Now, Luke Bracey is a really cool Australian actor. I just saw him in this recent film with Dora's wife in it, which is Interspector, I think it's called. It was not so good, but he has popped up in some other cool stuff. Like he was in the not so great Point Break remake. Holiday. He was in Hacksaw Ridge. He was in that November Man movie. He's actually in the new Elvis film, which I heard some really cool buzz about. He's in Lucky Day, so he's been some really cool stuff over the course of a few years, and I could totally see it like him having chemistry with Elizabeth Olsen here. He has a physicality for the role of Wonder Man. I mean, I could totally see him leading the MCU in a big way, like like a Wonder Man. I mean, frankly, I think he should join the being a comic book just in general, because the dude definitely has the looks for a role a comic book role. He definitely has some cool action experiences here. I mean, yeah, it wasn't his fault that the Point Break movie was not good, but hey, maybe he'll definitely have some cool action sequences and everything. So to me, I think Luke Bracey will be the best choice. So all right, that's pretty much it there. All right, here's my quick rundown: 10 Jim Sturgis, 9 Troy Byers, 8 Kellen Lutz, 7 Justin Hartley, 6 Michael Huseman, 5 Derek Wilson, 4 Alan Richardson, 3 Glenn Powell, 2 Tom Hopper, and number 1 is Luke Bracey. Let me lead you guys. What actor do you think would be a good choice for the role of Wonder Man in the Disney Plus series? Are there any other actors? Are there any actors that are not in the list you think will be a good choice? Who do you think possibly will actually get the role? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timu Saga.